This lecture, Canada on the Home Front, will detail what it was like to live at home in Canada during the war. In this lecture, we will discuss the concept of total war, the government and the economy, the contributions of C.D. Howe, Camp X, conscription, King's decision regarding conscription, and some final conclusions. Total war. This means that all industries, materials, and Canadians helped with the war effort. Some examples include ration cards, reduced production of luxury items like liquor and silk stockings. Bacon, fat, and bones were saved for making explosives and glue. Scrap metal and rubber was salvaged. And Canadians purchased victory bonds. The government and the economy. The unemployed men of the Depression soon found jobs as either soldiers or in wartime industries. However, there was still a labor shortage, which many women soon filled. The Minister of Munitions and Supply, C.D. Howe, quickly reorganized Canada's economy to support the new war effort. C.D. Howe and the economy. The government made some significant changes to the economy. This included 28 Crown corporations. These are government companies that were created and run by the government. Canadian industries produce bombs, shells, and bullets. Shipbuilding becomes Canada's second largest employer. Many aircraft were produced in Canada, including the Lancaster bomber. By 1942, all automobile plants had turned over to wartime production to produce things like jeeps, tanks, and radar. Farms and fisheries provided much of the food for the Allies. Camp X. Camp X was a special training school located on the shores of Lake Ontario near Oshawa. Disguised as a deserted farm, its purpose was to train Allied spies, as well as send and receive coded messages through the system called Hydra. Conscription. At the beginning of the war, Prime Minister Mackenzie King promised no one would be forced to fight overseas. He was determined to avoid dividing French and English Canadians as conscription had done during World War I. King and conscription. In 1940, King passed the National Resources Mobilization Act, requiring all adult males to register for service within Canada. In 1942, King had a referendum on conscription. 9 of 10 provinces voted in favor of conscription. Quebec was the one province to vote overwhelmingly against conscription, 72% in total. In 1944, King announced 16,000 men would be conscripted into the army. However, these soldiers ended up having little impact on the outcome of the war. Conclusions. Life on the home front was very different from peacetime. Everyone did their bit for the war effort. Families lived in fear of hearing a loved one had died overseas fighting. This event would continue to shape the growing identity of Canada.